You see, back in the day, people went to the movies, for an escape, from everyday political issues. And the only thing people thought about was whether or not a film was really good or if it fucking sucked. That was it. Or, this still applies until today's films and TV shows, that they would complain about how, they left out an important element from the original source material and how they screwed that fucking part up. It happens in every genre, not just comic book films. And, nowadays people fight about, more than that, because Hollywood is pushing and forcing the political narratives to appeal to the woke SAWs that is basically being shoved down our fucking throats. And, look, we already deal with that shit in our everyday lives, on social media. And the difference here is that we can actually choose to ignore those people who only love being easily offended, playing the victims. And the part they love doing best is labeling everyone who is against their beliefs as an ist or ism, because that is just their only fucking defense. You can't choose to ignore that when we want an escape for the weekend to go watch a fucking good film with a good story and good characters, and instead we watch a film that literally focuses more on the SJW's identity politics. And I think it's not everyone's for that type of, constant bullshit being shoved down our throats and everything, okay? We just want to see a good film like how it was back in the day, which is why people love watching old films these days instead of tuning into the new shit. To be able to say, well, this movie was really good, or if this film really fucking sucked. And instead, we're fighting about the constant race and gender and sexual preference swapping on characters that have been very well established and have, listen to this part, very important, very vital, have imprinted on us since childhood, just so that they could pander to a specific audience. That's what people don't fucking understand, especially on how hypocritical people can be when it comes to their fucking bullshit defenses. Like, for example, oh, why are you getting so pissed off about fictional characters that don't even fucking exist? We can do whatever the fuck they want with them. Who cares? It's just a fucking fictional character. Well then, how would you feel about hiring a white actor for a black character's role that has been well established in every iteration of the comics, cartoons, and everything you've seen in past films? How would you feel about that? And here we go. Well, if the character's background is culturally important to the backstory, like how Black Panther is to Wakanda because it's based in Africa, then you can't do that. It's fucking off limits. But wait a minute, just a few minutes ago you were telling me how it's a fictional fucking character and so is Wakanda, hence why it shouldn't fucking matter. Can Wakanda be, let's say based in Mexico, for example, and have like a Mexican actor play that role? Why not? Why is it that whenever it comes to an African American role, that it's always off fucking limits? You can't fucking do that. It's like a sin, the worst sin of all sins. It's an abomination. Don't fucking do that. Why? People claim that we're being sensitive about a change to a character that has been very well established for decades and have imprinted on us and related to since childhood. Yet the moment you say, well, how would you feel about this change? And all of a sudden they fucking change their hypocritical tune. And it's a whole different story if that character's backstory is vital to their cultural background. That is the biggest pile of fucking scapegoat piece of fucking shit excuse I've ever fucking heard. It's bullshit. It is fucking bullshit. I think that a person's imprinting on a character since they were fucking babies until now, and all of a sudden they change that shit, that is a bigger fucking factor here. If these characters looked a certain fucking way since you were a baby, and now they're fucking changing because now it's not your fucking turn anymore, it's this person's fucking turn, why can't you come up with new characters and story? Let me tell you why. Okay, it's so much easier for studios to take well-known established characters and make changes to them rather than, taking a risk and doing something new with new characters. That's why they keep fucking rebooting and remaking things that we're very familiar with. because it's so much better, it's so much easier for these studios that they don't have to fucking spend a lot of money to promote their fucking films. That is why they're doing this shit. Oh, and here's another recent one. The rumored casting of Denzel Washington as Magneto, whose backstory is vital to his cultural background as a Holocaust survivor. And guess what? Now people are saying and defending, saying that it would be perfectly okay to change it to the civil rights movement. Are we seeing a fucking pattern here? So basically it's like this. It is perfectly okay to blackwash, gender, and sexual preference swap characters, right? Yet people lose their fucking minds if it came to whitewashing, or worse, making a female's character's role a male, or making a gay person straight. If they started doing that with characters in the film industry, fucking forget about it. It'd be World War III on social media. Everybody would lose their fucking shit. Yet if it's the opposite, it's fucking perfectly celebrated. That's fucking weird. That's totally unfair. It should be straight down the middle, fucking equal with everything. Because I'm a straight down the middle type of fucking guy. And like I said, it'd be considered to be a fucking abomination if they started doing that shit, which is why they'll never do it. Because in the eyes of social media, and here's the fucking truth, okay? It's a fucking fact that the white race, and I'm not fucking white, I'm telling it like it is. The white race and men, along with straight people, are fucking evil, they're expendable, and easily fucking replaceable. And that's fucking racist and sexist, and in a sense, heterophobic, which basically means people who despise straight people who are attracted to the opposite sex. That's the fucking truth, and I'm telling it like it fucking is. How do we fucking come to this? What happened? Why are people being so fucking insane and hostile? Like, I'm not even kidding you. There are people out there who are literally, okay, identifying themselves as fucking animals now. Yeah, you laugh now, but 10 years from now, you laugh about it, you're going to be considered an ist or ism or whatever the fuck they fucking call it. Because it's perfectly normal, okay, for everything else that's going on. But the moment you try identifying yourself as a fucking animal, it's fucking laughable. Guess what? It's fucking happening. Go Google it. Do your fucking research. It's fucking chaos out there. People are being fucking selfish. They want to do whatever the fuck they want, you know, and we're enabling it. You see the comments on my page from stalkers who haven't even liked my page, who keep posting the most disgusting shit on some of my controversial posts and only trying to make it personal against me by making personal attacks, like as if it's getting to me, but in truth, I'm the one getting under their skin and living rent-free in their fucking minds. Because look, I have a personal opinion, just like many of you do, and we have a right to share it. Just because you don't agree with it doesn't mean you have the right to call us an ist or ism. That's fucking unfair, because that isn't always the case. And look, I've always said it, that I'm the type of person who's going to tell it like it is and not sugarcoat shit because it's what you want to fucking hear. I'm not a fake person that simply gets on a fake bandwagon in order to impress or, you know, live in fear that I don't fall within the far right's political fucking narrative, that they're not going to respect my personal opinions, you know, and that many others are fucking entitled to. I've seen people end friendships over shit like this. It is fucking crazy. The world has gone fucking mad. I've never seen it so bad like this before. And like I said, making personal attacks or labeling a person as an ist or ism when you really don't know that person. And if they have a valid argument like I have that has nothing to do with race in general, it's disgusting. And always remember, you know, when you point one finger at one person, there's always going to be plenty of others pointing right back at you. And never in my life have I ever labeled anyone as an ist or ism, because I don't know them well enough to make that kind of judgment unless they make it very obvious that they are. If somebody was to go out there and say, well, I don't want none of this shit in any of the movies or TV shows that I'm watching, yeah, then you could say they're an ist or ism, because they clearly don't like that kind of shit and would prefer that it just doesn't happen in films and that everything sticks to a specific race or a specific whatever. That's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what a lot of people are trying to say. They're saying, look, it's perfectly okay to have these themes in these films and TV shows, but stop fucking shoving it down our throats. And stop doing it to original characters that we have imprinted on since fucking childhood. It's fucking bullshit. It's greed. You think these Hollywood execs or studios like give a flying fuck about what, you know, what people think or how they feel or You know, no, they're only doing it based on statistics, based on the fucking little pieces of shit motherfuckers online who are complaining to them 24/7 about, you know, this or that. You know, that's what they're paying attention to. They want to make fucking money. And like I said, no one is saying that we don't want any diverse representations in TV shows and films. Just tone it down. And never ever make changes. These characters have been very well established and kids have been printed on since childhood, who have related to these fucking characters for many decades now. And every iteration of the animated series, cartoons, video games, and films, just for the sake of trying to make more money by pandering to others. It's fucking bullshit. It's unfair. Come up with something new. Take a risk. I've always stated that diversity and sharing different cultures are very vital to films and TV shows. I welcome it. And feel free to have that in the films, but please, for the love of fucking Uncle Ben's rice, stay fucking respectful to the original characters. That's all people want. Stay original to the original source material. That's it. Don't make these fucking crazy ass fucking changes, because you're just going to piss people off. You're going to give ammo to these people who are going to go online and fucking drive you insane. That's all you're doing. Okay? It's not gaining any attention to one source. It kind of is, but it's really in a negative way. And you don't want that, because some people will boycott these films. And, you know, some people will tear each other's fucking throats out, you know, over this bullshit, you know, and it's not good. A very good example would be Cobra Kai. It's a show that stays very respectful to the original source material, very nostalgic, while introducing new, diverse characters that focuses on telling a really good story, and everyone is fucking happy. That's why I love the show so much. And you don't have people fighting about that shit anymore, because all that SJW fucking garbage is out the fucking window. So that's why, you know, these studios should really learn from Cobra Kai, because it's been around for 5 fucking seasons and it's a really good fucking show that everyone's happy about. I mean, I don't really see anybody fighting about anything or saying that it's woke or any of that shit, because it's not. But that's just the way these, you know, films and TV shows should be, is that, you know, if you want to put in more representation or diverse characters, then go ahead and do it. But just make sure you're respecting the original source material, because just like remakes and reboots of original films, majority of times they fucking suck and they piss people off, and it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money on both fucking ends. But now you all know why Hollywood reboots, remakes, everything that, you know, we're very familiar with, is because they don't want to waste their time and money on taking a risk on new characters and new films. That's the end of it. And I also have an update from my fan supporters based on the future and status of The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. So if you want to know what's going on, you know, with these films, then join the fan support.
Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot.
Woo!